Hello and welcome, and we're just about finished with this lesson on relative frequency and using categorical data. So it's good that you know how to use parts and totals to make percentages, but let's talk about specifically what those percentages mean, right? Which of the following is supported by the data here? Take a look at A. Boys and girls are equally likely to have a paycheck average of 50 or above. Equally likely to have a paycheck average 50 or above. Which question should I be looking at? We're talking about paycheck averages of 50 or above. Which question should I be looking at? I'm looking at, that's right, number 1 and number 2. Boys have a 55% relative frequency of having a paycheck average 50 or above. Girls have a 70% relative frequency of having a paycheck average 50 or above. Who is more likely? This ain't equal. 55 is not equal to 70, and this is wrong. Girls are actually more likely to get a higher paycheck average. B, high paycheck earners are more likely to be boys. How do we define high paycheck earners? That's above a 50. Are more likely to be boys. No, we just saw that girls are 15% more relative frequency likely to have a paycheck average 50 or above. So higher paycheck earners, actually, no, it's going to be the girls. Check. Shout out to the ladies out there. C, all students are more likely to have paycheck averages below a 50. Let's talk about this. All students are more likely to have a paycheck average below a 50. So of the students, the total students, 45 students who get a 50 or below, that's 51% of them are boys. Take a look at number 4. Of all the students what percent have a paycheck average of below a 50? Paycheck average below 50, all students are more likely. We checked of all the students, 91 here, what percent have a paycheck average below a 50? 49%. Is that more likely? Is that equally likely? Or is that less likely? Well, if 49% get a below a 50, that means what? 51%, right? 100% minus 49%. 51% actually get above a 50 on their paycheck. So are students more likely to have a paycheck average below 50? No. They're actually a little less likely here. It's close to 50, close to half and half, but not quite. Take a look at D. Girls are less likely than boys to have paycheck averages below 50. Well, let's take a look at the students who have a paycheck average below 50, right? We're talking about the students who have a paycheck average below 50. Look at number 3. The boys have 23 out of the 45 students, which means the girls have what? 12 out of the 45, right? This is the girls right here. Who is more likely to have a paycheck average below a 50? Clearly, the more boys have a paycheck average below 50 and less girls. Girls are less likely compared to the boys to have a paycheck average below 50. So yes, this is indeed supported by the data here, right? So we took a look at categorical data today, looking at 2 different variables, paychecks and sex, or paychecks and math scores. And we talked about the relative frequency, looking at totals and parts here. And that helped us understand what's the likelihood of certain things happening, okay? Keep that in mind as you continue through the Nearpod and into today's little lesson later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see, remember the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. And I'll see you later.